Holy shit. I'm excited about today.
I am too.
Jive and Honey's famous for nothing. I know we're gonna go over. I got so jacked researching and because it's going down memory lane and you get all excited. But we should open it up for any personal things. You got anything you want to talk about before we
before we delve into this? I got so obsessed with this yesterday. I told you before you left. I was I'm not going to do anything the rest of the day. I'm just going to
research this.
I'm just going to be researching this.
Yeah.
But you know what? I was walking home last night, later last night.
Yeah.
It was the wind chill was 17 degrees. And walking past the rec center, where the playground is, they have a hockey rink that they don't freeze. They don't fill and freeze anymore. It's an outdoor hockey rink, but it's covered.
It's covered.
But they don't fill it anymore. Right. They've turned it into pickleball courts.
Ugh.
So it's that sound.
Ugh.
And it was full of assholes playing pickleball last night.
Oh my god!
It was 17. It felt like 17 degrees, and these people can't stop.
I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it does.
I gotta tell you something.
I fucking hate pickleball.
It looks like it's pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'd get a kick out of it,
Yeah.
but it's so stupid. It's just play tennis.
I like tennis. Court's too big for me to be running around.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've stopped playing tennis.
And my wife is good at tennis, and I don't like losing. I like ping pong. I like ping pong. I don't have enough room for a ping pong table.
Yeah. It's the sound of the wiffle ball, and they're
the
just
sound is
whacking.
Yeah,
and
it's annoying.
It's annoying, and it's annoying how serious everyone takes it now. It's just it's a rec game. It's stop.
Yeah, but it's go home.
Yeah.
Go home. Get warm. Stop doing this.
Yeah, winter sucks, man. Oof. The thing I hate, I never wear socks, but a month or two out of the year, I have to put socks on. I got socks on right now, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
It's little things.
Little things.
Fucking killing me. But today, we are doing movie, music, soundtracks, the best scenes with music.
Well, I think, okay, so I spent way too much time on this.
Okay. You never do research, so this is going to be a weird one.
No. It's not even that it's a lot of research. I came up with a lot of rules.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Yeah. So it has to be needle drops. So it has to be a pre-recorded song put into a movie. So not a score where it's
Right, yeah. No,
and
I got that.
And not somebody performing a song.
Well, then that's half my list.
Yeah, those are great, but that's not a needle drop.
Yeah, no, but it's music in a
popular song.
And a lot of them are needle drops with people performing them.
Right.
I've got two of those.
Right. So Beautiful Girls, them singing Sweet Caroline in the bar.
Right.
Amazing scene.
Right.
Amazing movie. Great soundtrack.
Right.
But that wouldn't necessarily be a needle drop.
Right.
That would be people in the movie performing a cover of the song. Now,
but it's still a great movie scene with a song that everyone knows.
And that's why I felt I had to mention it. But
if it helps us narrow it down, that's one thing. But I'm gonna.
Well, you have.
Well, actually,
this looks like
you can have all the rules you want. Doesn't mean I have to fucking live up to them. I'm a rule breaker.
This looks like a diner menu.
Yeah,
like a diner placemat.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just ads,
36
ads
things
for dentists.
Oh yeah. yeah, the little ads. Oh, I fucking love those.
That's all your scribblings look like.
Yeah. And this is from 3.5 pages condensed. This is my kind of throwaway, but I went from the soundtrack of my life, childhood classics, overall best soundtracks, best scene with a song, and then I've got a special one that I need to. You need to be gentle with me.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well. Okay. Let's start. How about this? Let's start at the beginning of films. The best songs at the opening of films.
Opening.
Yes. My example for you would be Blade. New Order's Confusion. Is playing in the club scene.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That's an amazing scene.
Amazing scene. It's one of my favorite. I actually had that mentally because it's the thing I wanted to do is like once you start researching, you're like, oh yeah, that one.
Oh,
but it wasn't the one that comes to mind. I wanted it to be personal, and I wanted to think it. But I did think of that, and I forgot to look.
But I love that scene so much.
My
And you know what? Every time I thought of something, I tried to go find the scene.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
I spent way too much time doing it.
Yeah. I was like, 3 hours of just looking up scenes and watching scenes. Yeah. It's so.
But I also figured out the one, because you say you have stuff for your personal.
Yeah.
The one that I think the first scene I ever saw that had a piece of popular music that I was like, that's so impactful. Like it really affected me. Was actually on television. Miami Vice in the air tonight.
Oh yeah. Just
the scene, the front of the front tire of his Ferrari.
Yeah.
You have a Ferrari or Lamborghini? It was the black one though.
Yeah,
so whatever one that it was the front tire that shot right off the corner of the front driver's side. Shit,
You're like, fuck yeah.
It was awesome. That was awesome. That was the first thing that ever got me.
Shaping young men.
Yep. I also had a white suit on. I had a white suit on.
Yeah.
And a sawed-off shotgun.
I'd ask who's Tubbs and who's Crockett, but we know.
Nobody wants to be Tubbs.
Holy shit. But before I get it, even like right now, I am so jacked. I was so jacked last night, and it's just like, but then, another reason that Big Brother is listening and following you, what you do on your computer all the time. Because in my feed last night, talk show clip, a scientist saying that they're doing studies about music to help change moods. Because it's a dopamine dump. When you listen to a music that moves you, it's just full of dopamine, and it's a natural opioid that is created in your body when you hear music. So this whole thing. So you're learning something here, and Jive and
why have a natural opioid when you could just go down the street, risk your life, buy something, have it ruin everything for you, all for a couple $100 a day.
But it does. It fucking stirs you up.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, there is some stuff that really
power in music, man.
Yeah.
So
I
good.
love when something's not a song that especially if I know it, it's not a song that ever meant anything to me. Mm-hmm. And then you see somebody else use it in a way that it now becomes.
You're just like, a lot of it is like, well done, sir.
Yeah. Like, Belly had the opening of Belly had the Soul to Soul song. However do you want it?
I'd have to say.
And it's just the vocal track, and it's a nightclub, and it's all flashing, and it's just breaks into horrible violence. Such a I never gave a shit about that song.
Yeah,
that's not something I cared about, but then all of a sudden I did.
Right. So since we're all and I've got my diner menu of goodness.
I'll just chime in every once in a while since it seems like you have a lot to say.
I did try to organize it because it was like. It's like, I know you hate playing games, but I'm going to make you play a game.
Okay, play a game. It's great.
This is just classic childhood. This is like from our childhood and music. But some of them break your rules. So,
right.
And the first one does.
Right.
But actually, it is a needle drop. Because it was a needle drop. I'm trying. Twist and Shout.
Ferris Bueller.
Very good.
Yeah, he was lip syncing. He was lip syncing to that. So that was
yeah. This was done by the house band. Shout.
Shout. Put your hands up and shout. House band was playing. I don't know. What was that?
Otis Day.
Oh,
Animal House. Come on, man. That's the best.
Jeez, yeah.
Animal House. Raised Boombox.
Oh, Say
Your
Anything.
Eyes.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You know what? He's not in a John Hughes world because I think he was only in one, but John Cusack also had another great soundtrack movie.
Oh, High Fidelity.
Even better original soundtrack was Grosse Pointe Blank.
Oh, Grosse Pointe
because
Blank
it was like
great.
After the fact, he was almost like paying homage to having been in those movies, which was really, really great.
There's a couple scenes that I came across from Grosse Pointe Blank that were great.
That's a good overall soundtrack too. That's a nice one.
And this one, and it's like it's cringy, but it is still referenced today, and it's a Halloween costume today. Old time rock and roll.
Oh, Risky Business.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I have Tom Cruise 4 times in this.
Tom Cruise 4 times. Okay, take my breath away because you love it.
Oh, no. I have You Lost a Loving Feeling, but that breaks your rule.
Yes. By the way, have you ever noticed in that scene how small his mouth is? He
that's
barely open his mouth. It's weirdest goddamn thing.
He can't say. Okay, that.
What, I can't criticize Tom Cruise all the time?
He does sing it in the movie, but then it's the end credits. Tropic Thunder.
Oh God, the dance.
Yeah. What was that called? Loca Flow Rider.
Yeah, Flow Rider. That's right. That was great.
That was great. And I was saving it for one of my best scenes. Amy Mann, Wise Up in Magnolia.
Oh, yeah.
Where everyone is singing it, and it starts out with...
That's amazing editing, and that's such a great use of a song.
It's a needle drop.
It is.
But they're singing along to it. Even who's Thomas Seymour Hoffman is taken care of? Jason Robards?
Jason Robards.
Jason Robards.
Yeah, always dead. Yeah.
He's even singing in his morphine,
It's very well done.
But Tom Cruise in the car.
You know what? That's actually, I love that. We should really steal that sometime. Everybody singing along.
Oh my God.
I don't think we've ever done it. There's, if you can find it, I'm pretty sure it's online. I think I've watched it in the past year. There's an episode of one of Anthony Bourdain's shows. I forget which one it was.
Huh.
But he goes to Seattle.
Okay.
And he eats in Seattle. And Mark Lanigan was alive both of them were alive at the time, was one of the guests on it. And at the end, they play a Mark Lanigan song, and it's all people like sitting at bars, working in restaurants, doing that, all singing lines. And it's such a powerful and good song. And it's like, I watch it every once in a while because it just gets me so like, it's great. And then it ends just Anthony Bourdain rolling a joint, sitting out on the water.
I gotta find this.
It's really good.
Oh, yeah. I need to see that.
Yeah. Very, very moving. It's
oh my God.
Two of my heroes.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find that.
Yeah, it's a good
one. Find that. I gotta like actual soundtracks to movies that very influential in my life. One, we're not even going to talk about, and 2 are so different, and that's what I love, and that's how my music taste has always been. The first that we're not going to talk about is Purple Rain.
Too big. It's
too big.
Like a
It's
5-part. It's a
perfection.
5-part series.
It changed my whole life.
Yep.
I mean, everything about my life, and every song is perfect.
Yes.
But one big one, and it was just before I met you, The Crow.
One of the best top to bottom soundtracks.
Oh my God, The Cure, Rage Against the Machine,
Jesus,
Violent
Mary Jane,
Femmes,
Nine Inch Nails. Nine Inch Nails doing a Joy Division song.
Oh my God, Helmet.
Yeah,
it's like every
it's
song.
great.
Like I listened to it last night. Every single song got me fucking.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
juiced.
It's so great.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I totally had a goth thing. I wore black, nothing but black for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, I'm going on. Yeah. I'm going on like 24 years. Now,
I wear black for different reasons.
Yeah.
Then the other one, on the total opposite scale, but it like at the time, totally affected everything I was listening to. Is Garden State.
You know what? I kept coming across Garden State because I was looking through like all of the soundtracks I have, and I was like, yeah,
like I can't hear a Shins song without thinking of Garden State.
But it always makes me think of the trailer.
Yeah.
Like I don't think of it in the context. I don't even think of anything in the context of the movie. I always think of the trailer.
Yeah. But it's Lebanese Blonde when he's in the party and he's just sitting there and the party's just going all around.
Oh, yeah.
It's so great. And Let It Go by Frau Frau.
It's the Frau Frau song I always think of.
Oh,
that and the Shins.
That and the Shins.
Yeah.
And Colin Hayes has one of the most romantic and like heart-wrenching songs out there.
Oh, the other Colin Hayes song.
Yeah, the other Colin Hayes song, yeah. I don't think I'll ever be able to get over you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it crushes me.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know what's parallel to that? I think 500 Days of Summer is a soundtrack that's like very, but I think more impactful in the film because it was like the story cues were that's the best use of. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so great.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't get, you're automatically moved by that.
Yes.
And it's like I love that too. It's like the the breakout mob scene, you know?
Yep.
Dance.
Yeah.
It's like,
so great.
That never happens in life, but it would be so awesome.
But would be awesome.
Yeah.
Totally.
But for soundtracks, the honorable mentions that I have, the one I guess I want to talk about most about is Snatch.
That's a good one.
The scenes.
Yeah.
The Golden Brown, the first KO scene, and the Golden Brown by the Stranglers, when they burn down Brad Pitt's trailer is Angel by Massive Attack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's so good.
Yeah.
And the end fight scene when Pitt is supposed to take a fall.
Take a fall in the ring, yeah.
Is Fucking in the Bushes by Oasis.
Yeah, that's it.
And it just goes on the whole scene.
That instrumental, yeah. It's so good.
It's like, well done, Guy Ritchie. It's
no,
like
he even Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, which he used very different kinds of music, a lot of 70s soul and stuff, but it was all perfect.
The poker scene is I Want to Be Your Dog by the Stooges. But like when he loses the poker game and he lost all that money to the fucking most ruthless guy in London. Yeah. And the whole thing, he's on on a roller, and the camera's in front of him, and it's just like it's the most amazing scene. So
that's a real good one. I think one of the best soundtracks, especially given it's a terrible movie, Judgment Night, which
Night.
I don't even remember the movie as much as I remember the soundtrack because they took a bunch of like alternative bands and paired them with hip hop acts. Huh. So it's like Teenage Fan Club and De La Soul, like Booyah Tribe and Dinosaur Jr. Every song's great. Every song is great in there. And
Judgment Day.
Judgment Night.
Judgment Night. What the fuck is Judgment Night?
It was like maybe early 2000. I think it was late 90s.
Sounds
like
violent.
Crime, sort of Helmet and House of Pain, Living Color and Run DMC, Sonic Youth and Cypress Hill. But
that's great.
Yeah. Emilio Estevez and Cuba Gooding Jr. There you go. Dennis Leary and Jeremy Piven. Jeremy Piven was in that.
I'm remembering this now.
Yeah,
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with that? Like you just knew that soundtrack?
It was a CD I had in whenever that came out in the early 90s. And I've always, because the soundtrack was so good.
Yeah.
And I don't know what song led me to it, but it was great. And the other one I remember getting for Christmas, I mean, I was young, and I got it. I hadn't read the book or seen the movie, thank God, because I was still pretty young. But I got it on vinyl. Was the Less Than Zero soundtrack?
Oh shit! Yeah,
which is going back to Cali, Glenn Danzig crooning. It was Poison. I think
as soon as you said it, I was just like,
great soundtrack.
Yeah, that's a tough movie to watch.
Yeah, but a great soundtrack.
Yeah, holy shit.
Pretty amazing, top to bottom.
The other one that I just loved, and for obvious reasons, is Life Aquatic. The Sigur Rós acoustic, all David Bowie songs.
Yeah, the Portuguese dude singing.
Yeah. Come on, it's it's like
it was a nice touch.
It was a nice touch.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction. Tarantino does a great job in music.
Oh yeah, always. And you know what? Not stuff you would know. Dick Dale and all that stuff. Nobody knew that shit.
And that's also a great thing about soundtracks. I remember like back in the when I was younger, it's like soundtracks were a little bit frowned upon. It's like, oh, you're listening to a soundtrack, you should have, deep tracks on vinyl and whatever. It's like I kind of dug a soundtrack.
Yeah, you know what?
Gave you a little
because the
soundtracks
soundtracks that used to be like really prevalent were like The Big Chill or some shit like that, and you're like, oh, cool, yeah, my mom has that cassette. You know what though? Like in a Tarantino parallel. The soundtrack, which another one from the 90s, that from the beginning to the end, listening to it as a record was so good, was the Natural Born Killer soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Which had a lot of drops from the movie, had a lot of like lines that were sampled and stuff. Because they played the songs in such entirety during the movie that they kept it with the dialogue. And I still think the Cowboy Junkies doing Sweet Jane at the end when she's dancing on the car and he's standing in front, like stacked up on the camera, and he's like, "Whole world's going to hell, Mal." And it's just this amazing montage, and it's like 8mm, super high contrast, black and white, oversaturated. It's such a great. So much fun. I always love that.
It's funny. It's like I know I'd be all jacked up about all this stuff, but now there's just a ton of shit I want to watch and rewatch, and
it's
just
for sure.
Seeing all this stuff is so good.
One of the first things I looked up actually was the opening scene of Drive.
Oh, interesting. I love Drive.
It's a great movie, and it's mostly scored, but there's like 5 songs in it, and one of them the one that always gets me is as good as the opening scene is. I just watched it to watch it because I really like it. Listen to the basketball game driving around. Is there's a scene when he puts the rubber mask on and walks up to the pizzeria to see what's his name, Hellboy. But there's this song called "Oh My Love." And it's like an old song, and it's so terrifying with him with that rubber mask on. Such a good song.
Man, I got start writing these down. Shit. God damn. Trying to think. The one that always pops up. It was like one of the first one that always pops up in Tarantino again is Stuck in the Middle of You.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like, come on. But it's so funny, and it got me again. I always think it's Dylan. It's not. It's the Steelers.
Steel Wheel.
Steeler Wheelers.
Steeler Wheelers. Can you hear me?
Yeah. We talked about
one of the worst lines ever.
So good.
I'm surprised. You know what? So far, I'm really surprised we've had so little crossover.
I know when it's going through.
Because I was going to tell you, no James Gunn.
I just put a asterisk.
Except, and it's great. Well, it's great. But better than Guardians of the Galaxy. Peacemaker.
It's the reason why I've watched Peacemaker from start to finish, the whole season 3 times over. And the
soundtrack's amazing. And he name drops Cinderella and has a diatribe. John Cena has a diatribe about how good Cinderella the band is. While he's fucking somebody, I think.
Yeah. It's so great.
But and lots of Hanoi Rocks.
I
don't think they ever released a soundtrack, but I know on Spotify and I think on Apple Music too, people have put together really, really thorough, very complete lists of all the needle drops that were in the show, and it's great.
It's so great.
It's really obscure stuff for the most part. Yeah. Like even if you're into hair metal, it's some pretty fringy stuff.
Yeah.
But so much of it is so great.
But the best thing that Gunn does is he incorporates the music as part of the movie.
Yes.
Like it's talked about. Mm-hmm. It's like it kind of takes it to that next level. This one I thought maybe we would cross over. The end montage of Donnie Darko, Mad World.
Yeah, you know what? I got so sick of that fucking song.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess I haven't heard it forever. I was just like, wow.
And you know what?
Good. But it's also like the reveal and like the whole thing. That's like the whole movie. You're just like, what the fuck?
I saw Donnie Darko. I was like, yeah. And I was like, I never need to fucking watch this movie again. I'd watch it just for Patrick Swayze, but it's like,
that's too funny.
I don't need Jake Gyllenhaal in my life. I really don't.
That is too funny. I got a trivia question for you.
Hit me.
See if you can. Just because we've talked about it in past shows. The jerk-off bikini scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yes.
What song is
The Cars. Moving in Stereo.
Moving in Stereo.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's
good.
Fucking perfect.
It's like... Yeah. It's so good. Okay, I got another one for you.
Okay, all right,
hit me. The training montage in Leon.
Oh. Yeah.
You could hear it. And you know who it is. You might not know the name of it.
I don't know the name of it.
It's Bjork.
Yeah.
Venus as a Boy.
There you go. So great.
So great.
Yeah. But it's really, that's a really good use of music.
And this one I won't quiz you on because there's no way you're going to fucking get it. And this is another thing we've talked about in past episodes is the open to Sexy Beast.
Oh. No, I did know. I did know this before, and you know what? I don't know.
Peaches by Stranglers.
The Stranglers.
Yeah. You can, as soon as you hit that open drop, it's like
you might have picked up on this. The Stranglers. Go get the best of the Stranglers.
Oh yeah,
they've got some really great songs.
I think I have them like 3 times over here.
Yeah. They have a lot of records, but you can just get the best of it, and you'll be all right. most stressful use of a Rick Springfield song?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Boogie Nights.
Oh, right.
When Alfred Molina's lighting the fireworks. I mean, that is the worst scene to endure.
Yeah.
You're like,
it is.
Jesus Christ. I think it was Alfred Molina, wasn't it?
Alfred Molina.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
Yeah. Oh, man, that scene is... Jesus.
Now, I think this breaks your rule. Even though it is playing in the background, is the diatribe about Huey Lewis and the news.
It's playing. It's playing. And that is a great scene.
I mean, it's just such a great scene, and Christian Bale's so perfect.
Plus, I mean, Hip to Be Square is not a good song.
Oh, but man, it's like...
I love Huey Lewis.
He sells it, though, man.
He sells it. Yeah.
And he kills Jared Leto, so...
Yeah. Which... Gotta give the man credit for killing Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez. If only he really had. I thought you were a method actor.
See, like, I'm just like whizzing through these. I'm just about done, you know?
You know what? Another great opening scene. And it was one of the first things I thought of yesterday. Once.
Oh.
Glenn Hansard singing. That was his band. That was a song. Say It To Me Now.
Right.
That was his band, The Frames, had a song, but it's him playing it acoustic.
Yeah.
And, the camera just stays wide, and then it rushes up on him, and then it pulls out to reveal the girl.
Forget about it.
It's the best.
Well, that's a great segue to my special things. And
your special needs.
I'm going to get there.
Your special needs, so please, go on.
I got, let's go in the tree of trust. You can, these
Sure. No judgment. No judgment here. I'm not going to try to make fun of make fun of anything.
It's like, you can give me some cranberry juice for my
for your period.
But once the falling slowly, I can't get through that song without fucking.
Oh, I don't listen to that ever again. Yeah, no.
Just shove it down. Like that never happened. I cried once and
yeah, I don't need to.
But these are my cheesy songs that just freaking get me. And the first one, the movie Phenomenon with John Travolta and Keira Sedgwick. The shaving, she shaves him and cuts his hair, cleans him up to Crazy Love by Aaron Neville.
Oh, Jesus
I'm done.
Christ.
I'm out. I'm a puddle.
It's like trying to name a starting lineup when you're having sex to last longer. It's like just think about Aaron Neville's face. Think about his cigar face. So you don't cry in front of anybody.
Oh man. This next one, I think we should reenact this scene. Just because you need a scarf in your head, and I'd look good in white.
I'm with you so far. Go on.
Officer and a gentleman, lift me up where we belong. End scene where he comes in and carries her out. I think that should be our opening.
That should be, yes. First of all, everyone loves a man in a uniform. And the kids all love a ugly man dressed as a woman. So,
but who's in the side? Who's the best friend? Slow clapping, crying in the back. Is that Gary? Fucking Gary.
Shit.
Oh, God damn it. I knew you would love this stuff. And then the last one, not so funny, but I still love it. Gets me every single time. The very end scene to Working Girl. When Melanie Griffith is in the office and she's made it and she's talking to her friends. I'm in the corner office and it breaks into Carly Simon, Let the River Run. Let the river run. And it's like, I'm just like, oh my God, she did it.
That might be because you're menopausal. Yeah,
now I actually am. I fucking...
Oh
my God.
I've always pictured myself more as and I know it's more of an opening credits thing, more of like a That Girl. Like
yeah.
But hey,
oh my God.
Whatever. Teach their own.
No, that's all, that was my tree of trust.
You know what? Even queefier. Give me a second to get there.
Oh boy.
So John Hughes used the Smiths' Please, 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 Let Me Get What I Want twice.
Yeah.
Once as a cover, which I think it was like Dream Academy or something, in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. In the art museum, the Art Institute of Chicago.
Oh,
when they're looking at which there's like an oral history somewhere where they talked about the editing of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and that sequence was all done different, the way it was re-edited is like how it works, and it's awesome. But also in Pretty in Pink, he used the Smiths version of Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want. Yeah. When Ducky's sitting in his bed, like having the realization that Molly Ringworm's never going to be his girl, that gets me every time.
Oh my God. Yes. No, that's great.
I mean, he's wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. No.
And that hat, but still.
That's so great that you thought of that one because it's like so great. I did the obvious one. The Otis Redding, Try a Little Tenderness in the thing is such a great scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ducky twice.
Ducky.
Pretty in Pink.
Yeah. John Cryer's bald now.
Yeah, that's very odd.
Yeah.
A little disturbing.
I mean, I think I don't know if we want to blow our load, but the greatest single scene with a needle drop, it also has a sing along, and it makes me well up every time.
Yeah.
Tiny Dancer.
Yeah. Almost
Tiny
famous.
Dancer.
It's like that's top of the list.
A song.
But that's what I heard. I texted you yesterday. We decided to do this yesterday. I was going home in the car. Tiny Dancer comes on the fucking radio. I was just like, what the fuck? It's just like, that was the first song I thought of.
I was trying to figure out what songs there were. I thought that was maybe one. And the other one I thought was...
You won't get the next one.
I thought it was, again, from Beautiful Girls, Beth, when he's plowing the driveway.
Yeah, that's so great.
He's crying.
Crying to Beth. Yeah. Oh, that's such a good movie. I got to watch that again. Beautiful Girls.
And
so good.
Live performance by the Afghan Wigs in that.
Yes.
At the bar.
Yep. So good.
Yeah, doing Can't Get Enough of Your Love.
So good.
Yeah.
Talk about another bar band scene that I totally forgot about. I rewatched Vision Quest.
Oh,
Madonna.
Man. Yeah.
Doing a bar, singing in a bar. It's so good.
That's I do love anything where you have a bar scene and somebody playing.
Oh, I mean, but the Afghan Wigs is so good.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
That's a great one.
What do I got here? Another song, a lot of live stuff, but the really cool thing, and when I looked it up, there's like another cool aspect to it, is Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah, Edgar Wright has a lot of music in his.
But their band, Sex Bob Ob.
Yeah.
All their songs are great.
Yeah.
And they're on the soundtrack. Great. But Brie Larson does a Metric song called Black Sheep.
Oh yeah. That's great. That's a great song. Yeah.
And Metric actually said, we'd like her version better. It is. It's so good.
Funny. Yeah, it's a really good.
We've talked about Brie Larson having some singing chops.
Yeah, but you know what? Good. It makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah. So I just as a fun movie, I dig that. And the other fun movie that was really, it was a good movie and it had a good, I'm not going to find it, Across the Universe, where they took all the Beatles songs and everyone's singing them in the thing. But the movie's really moving, and
that was a weird. It was a weird movie. Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, if we're gonna talk about live performances, I mean, I think one of my favorite, again, super queefy, makes me cry. From Mulholland Drive, Rebecca Del Rio sings Roy Orbison's "Crying," but in Spanish.
Oh shit!
A cappella.
Yeah,
and it's, if you're not familiar with, the body of David Lynch's work, he also used Roy Orbison's "Crying" in Blue Velvet. What's his name? Sings it into a light.
Jump the guy that was in the Quantum Leap.
Yes. Yeah. He sings it into a light bulb. With weird makeup on it, and it's a great scene, only to be outdone by Rebecca Del Rio singing it in Spanish a cappella in Mulholland Drive, which is I
got to see that again.
It gets me every time.
It's emotional shit, man.
It is.
Emotional shit.
It is.
Oh, it's good stuff.
And sometimes I think with these older soundtracks, there was songs that were used in the movie that were never used on the soundtrack. Maybe for licensing reasons or whatever.
Right. I've done that a lot of times where I'm like, oh, that's such a great song. I look it up on the soundtrack and it's not there.
I remember I had a memory of a song and I didn't know the song well enough at the time to be able to sing it to somebody and be like, do you know the song? And the scene, I always kind of was like, oh, I don't really remember the scene. But then eventually I figured it out after rewatching the movie and forcing someone else to look at it. But it was Goodfellas, not the scene anyone else thinks of.
Everyone. Yeah,
but when they kill Frank Vincent in the restaurant, when they hit him, it's when Pesci comes back in, and they're playing Atlantis from Donovan. And they're pulling and they're wrapping them up with it.
I just watched that scene.
Yeah. I was like, that song is so fucking perfect. I can't believe how great that is. But it was never on the soundtrack. And it took me years to figure that out. But another movie that has so many songs, it would have been like a triple album if they had put every song out. And the soundtrack is great. Sort of peak soundtrack. Empire Records.
Empire Records. Yeah, I got it here. Yeah.
The AC/DC song, If You Want Blood, is not on the soundtrack.
Shit.
And
it's huge in the
it's a big
movie.
It's a set piece. Yeah. And the other one, they play a song that's been licensed so many times it's almost played out at this point, but it still gets me every time. This Is the Day.
I have to.
Which they used in an Eminem commercial at one point. It's such a perfect song, and they used it to such great effect. But it was not on soundtrack. I think there's a lot of that stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, now you can find anything, and somebody will make a playlist with everything in it. It's but still.
Yeah, it's like on just a couple on live performances, and because I've talked about it before, we don't have to talk about it again. But Streets of Fire, man,
dude,
it's like the opening scene with Diane Lane and the closing scene with Diane Lane.
Yeah,
if you ever watch it, it's just movie magic. And then Eminem.
8 Mile.
8 Mile. Yeah. It's like. It fucking just moves. It's like whether you like rap or not, or you like Eminem or not. It's like you can't sit and like not be like.
Well, I mean, I think the really effective thing they did there was they treated the end of that movie like a sports movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like
it's
the battle and
anyway.
And it was clever and it was good and he's pretty good at rapping.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
You were asking, that's another good use of Sweet Home Alabama. When they're fixing the car.
Oh, that's
It's Eminem and
I came in. I said, "Oh fuck!" I have last song I heard in the car was "Sweet Home Alabama," and I asked what movie it was. You said "Sweet Home Alabama."
Sweet Home Alabama is the first movie I think of. When
you're loving on your Reese Witherspoon movies.
That's me.
And I thought of Joe Dirt.
Yes, because you're a dirtbag.
Because I'm a fucking ick. Oh shit. What else we got here? Oh, this is one. I had to look it up. And it was just, I was like, at one point, I was like trying to find things personal to me. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't like just trying to like find a list of best songs and movies, whatever.
It's hard when you're trying to remember.
It is hard. Yeah. And, I looked up movies I loved and then I was, found great songs in them. And it's like, I've been saving this movie. And I hope we should do a sports movie episode of just great sports movies because it's such a good movie. It's on par with the original Rocky. I love it so much. I've watched it probably 5 times. Warriors with the MMA movie, the two brothers. It's
I remember that. Yeah,
what's it? Venom.
Tom Hardy.
And a guy who's been in a ton of stuff.
I don't remember who plays the other brother.
Name. But it's Emma, and at the end, the brothers have to fight each other.
Yeah,
and it's so emotional. And Nick Nolte is brilliant. I think he was nominated for an Academy Award.
Oh, shit.
And this movie is so fucking good. But the end scene, the whole end fight scene with the brothers and how it ends up is to About Today, The National. And
I don't remember that.
They
I remember
drop
the
the
scene,
needle, and not a word is spoken except for one that will fucking make I lose it every single time. Yeah. And like I got so emotional last night looking this up, and I was.
You watched it?
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, I was just like, I never knew what song it was, but I looked up if there was anything in that movie because it always gets me, and there it was, and it's perfect.
Nice.
It's so good. Yeah. Check that one.
Yeah, my only other mention would be, because it's one of my favorite songs, and it got used in a movie that I didn't expect it to get used, but it was there's a movie called A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
All right.
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Yeah, it's about 10 years old. It's a black and white vampire movie, but it's very hip. I don't remember the name of the girl who wrote and directed it, but it's very, very slick, black and white. Like, it's set in Iran. It was shot in LA, but it's set in Iran, and it's kind of like a Western vampire movie.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's really good. Like, from a visual standpoint, it's fantastic. But they use White Lie's song "Death," and it's just a great scene, and it's really, really awesome. It's such a great song, and it's fantastic use in that movie. That's the only other one I can think of that I was like, I really want to mention that.
I had two that break the rule. Well, one is a needle drop because it's lip synced, and one is just singing a song that no one knows. But I think you'll like it. But it was just funny is I guess White Stripes is re-releasing their 5th album because it's their 20th anniversary.
Oh, Jesus.
And it made me sick to my stomach.
That's a long time ago, huh?
Fuck. So I don't know how old this movie is, but around the campfire, Jack White singing in Cold Mountain.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I fucking love that scene.
Man, I love that. I think Cold Mountain's such a great movie.
Such a great movie.
Such a great movie.
I love it. The song is called Wayfaring Stranger. And it's just like, it's that old-timey bullshit, but it's done so well.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Like, he probably used his own wardrobe in the movie. Right. The old-timey, Civil War.
Yeah. Everyone's like, wait.
He's like, do you need a banjo? No, I got a banjo.
They're like, why are you a ghost?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I made my banjo. It's out of a cigar box. And,
Jesus Christ. Of course he did.
The other one on a lighter note, but goddamn, I love it, is, and I think they made them the titles of the movie and the song so long just to be funny, is "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
Oh, yeah.
I am a man of constant sorrow.
Yeah.
He's talking about it. But, like, Clooney just sells it, man.
I mean, the Coen brothers did a pretty good job shooting that, too.
Yeah, it was so good.
Was a good. Was that T-Bone Burnett?
Yeah.
Did the music? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's done his fair share of really good musicals.
To take it back to another episode, and you should be watching all the episodes. So
if you haven't,
reference to, I fucking watch Crazy Heart.
Oh, you finally watched Crazy Heart again, huh?
Yeah.
It's great.
Colin Farrell has a huge role. Like, it's big. And I remember him being a dick, but he's not a dick. He's actually really looking out for him.
He is, but it's all so misplaced in because he just is. He's deluded and can't think straight. He's so angry.
Oh yeah, and he's just so angry about everything. And it's just like, but there's no. It's a semi-happy ending. It's just like things don't work out.
It's like life.
And like I had to fast forward through like when he loses the kid. Oh my god, I was just like it was.
It's too much.
But anyways,
I
digress. But it reminds me of the same
the music's
thing.
great.
The music's great.
Yeah, the music's really good.
Yeah. And like that persona of that, kind of Hank Williams Jr. like playing bowling alleys, it's like it's like that whole thing. His name was Bad. It's like it was so good. So well done. On that.
Another great soundtrack. And I think it's mostly needle drop. I haven't watched it recently, so I can't be 100%. Velvet Goldmine.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
The glam rock. Yeah. That was the Todd Haynes
with
movie.
the pretty boy.
Yeah, I mean it's but also Christian Bale and Eddie Izzard and when he, before he transitioned. It's a really good movie and a really good soundtrack.
Huh. Yeah, I remember liking it. I just it's been forever.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What else have we got here, man?
I don't know, man.
I can't believe I cranked through this shit. Well, it's good, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's we got through your whole placemat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to a couple more on childhood things here. Tequila.
Oh, Pee Wee's Herman. Pee Wee Herman's Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Shake, 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 Sonora.
Oh, Beetlejuice.
Yeah. This I had it here just because it's from our childhood, but if someone screams, "Let's dance."
Oh, Footloose.
Footloose. Kenny. Kenny Loggins. Footloose. But it's just like, but it's funny. That's the music of our childhood. It's like you recall it like that.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because music, like especially popular music, like seemed so much narrower.
Yeah.
Like in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s. And it's it's just gotten so wide. And so, it was just, like Footloose. Those songs, that entire soundtrack was like part of the zeitgeist. I mean, it was probably 5 of the, top 10 songs during those months. If you look at Flashdance, same thing. Like,
Flashdance is awesome. Yeah.
Who else would know Michael Sembello?
Right. Yeah.
Went to grade school with his son.
That's
or maybe his nephew. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was his nephew because I think his dad owned a bunch of dry cleaners.
Yeah. I always wanted to do a...
Shout out Anthony Sembello if you're still with us.
A violent, like just get it all out there dance scene in a wife beater in a seed factory to We Need a Hero. When you think about that, and I love that there's like a perfect bar for him to do gymnastics in it. Like the whole thing is like, it was very like Flashdance, Footloose. I love those montages. Holy shit.
So if there's other scenes you want us to recreate, please let us know.
We got Officer and a Gentleman, Footloose.
That's for sure happening.
I'm sure we could do something with Flashdance. We gotta get the water pulled down.
If we did do You've Lost That Loving Feeling, would it be like Goose and Maverick, or would one of us be Kelly McGillis?
I could be a good Kelly McGillis, I think.
Yeah, I've seen her.
About her size now.
I've seen her recently. You guys are similar.
I get on the back of the motorcycle with it. I just pops the wheelie all the way down.
Need some real good shocks and struts on that motorcycle.
Oh,
no offense, Kelly McGillis.
We talked about, and the other thing that we always wanted to do is like, if we were in a movie and there's an explosion, or you just step out of a car or into a room, what's your slow motion walk-in entrance song?
Oh man, well, mine's a pretty obscure one, but it's so good.
All right, well,
it's a Low Fidelity All Stars. It's a song of Battle Flag.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Because that beat coming in, it's man, that's a good one.
I had that on a lot.
But
I'm
not I don't think I'm a walk away from the explosion in slow-mo guy. Right. I'm a walk into the club in slow motion guy.
Lighting a cigarette.
Yeah. Cigarette, letting it drop. Yeah, that's more my.
No. That's great.
Are you an explosion?
I have I don't know. I always see like getting out of a car, but like now today, like me getting out of a car is not sexy. It definitely should not be in slow motion. It's like, and it's me fucking cursing the whole fucking time.
It's got to be a remix of something kind of slow. Just trying to, just the car having trouble.
Basically.
You trying to get out of a low car is not a good look.
Especially like a sexy car, muscle car or something.
Yeah, it's got to be it's got to be a late model Cadillac.
But opening to Black Betty. It's
hey, Black Betty, Jam-a-Lam.
Yeah, Jam-a-Lam. But like before the
Ram Jam.
Before the lyrics come in.
Yeah,
just that opening.
That's
so good. That and my fallback is Sabotage. Sabotage so good.
Oh well, Sabotage is a getaway song though. I mean, you really need to be driving fast. To Sabotage.
Yeah, that was J.J. Abrams, the remake of Star Trek. Is little Captain Kirk steals the Stingray Corvette and is flying down the thing, and like the hovercraft is trying to catch him, and it's to Sabotage.
Yeah, that's a great car chase.
In my heart, I'm a little Captain Kirk.
Yeah. Nobody calls you a little anything anymore. That's pretty good. I
said in my heart.
Okay, so you're getting out of the sweet ride in slow motion guy.
I kind of see it, but I always see it there. I forget what fucking scene it is.
You're very face off, like long duster and slow mo and sunglasses.
I don't know. There's a scene where a car spins around and I'm seeing either Bruce Willis or Keanu Reeves step out of the car as the car is still spinning, and he starts shooting.
I think that's a Keanu move. I think
it's
for sure.
One of the sweetest scenes.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
But like I'm getting ready to kick some ass.
Yeah.
Getting out of the car is there, but it's like it's like I'm looking to kick someone's ass.
That's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. Yeah. That's
in our minds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to shoot.
Fun.
We need to shoot those too. Okay.
Yeah. We got to do slow mo walk to music. Definitely. Holy shit, man! I'm exhausted.
Oof, that was a lot.
I fucking love it.
Yeah,
I fucking love it.
That's pretty great.
It's like I don't want to like miss anything.
I know.
It's like I think I.
Man, I hope everyone enjoyed this because
please.
It was like I mean, I did research. I mean, I watched scenes on YouTube that I remembered, but still, I'd call it research.
Oh man, it was fun, but
it's good shit.
God damn, I even like talked about it with my wife, and I never talk about like this shit with her, unless I'm like warning her about something.
Right.
It's like
you might get some phone
This
calls.
is out in the world, so you might want to know about it.
You might want to circle the wagons on this.
But talking about it before I actually open up my mouth.
Yeah, that's a new one. But leave us whatever scenes we forgot or your favorites.
Let us know.
Yeah, because I'm sure we forgot about.
Oh yeah,
a bunch. There's so many.
Oh yeah, like last night I had to stop.
I cut myself off.
Yeah, I had to cut myself off because it's like it's never ending. And that's why movies and music are so great, and God bless it, man.
Yeah, you know what? We were just talking about the show Black Doves.
Yeah,
they used. I think twice, once as a cover and once as a needle drop. They used one of my favorite Christmas songs of all time, "Fairy Tale of New York" by the Pogues, and it's in the opening scene, and it really pissed me off that they used it because I didn't think it was good enough. It was a sing along, and it wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
and the show's only good for 4 episodes, and then the last 2 stunk.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. Anyway, let us know your favorites or what we missed or what's great or what should be used.
Send us a playlist. I mean,
scenes you want to see us recreate in slow motion.
And I need a double XL officer's uniform, Navy's officer. I got nowhere else to go. I fucking love that movie. God damn it. And who wants to play Lou Gossett Jr., you know? We have like Gary, get those tears going.
Yeah, we have like 2 friends that can play Louis Gossett Jr. without getting canceled. So, don't forget, rate, review, subscribe, drop us a line, and join us again next week for whatever.
Yes.